Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to Bow Live and Florida Closing and Escrow's weekly updates. Today we're with John Iowanu and Anthony Bauza, expert real estate attorneys, here to assist with your success. First, we'd like to present the award that we won. This is our third straight year in a row for top title agent, and it's behind Anthony. Thank you. It was presented to us by Old Republic Title, and we thank them for giving us this award, and we thank John and Anthony, Paulina, and our expert staff for always doing such a great job, as well as all our loyal clients for making this happen. And we continue to provide top services to you during this challenging time, and we hope to always help you increase your success. So today we want to start with any updates as far as COVID news. I know the curfews have been extended to midnight. There's 100% capacity in restaurants, even indoors in Miami. I know the stimulus check is pretty much at an impasse, and I'll let Anthony give us any other news.
Right. So as you said, the curfews are back for Miami-Dade. As far as the stimulus checks go, just about a few hours ago, actually, some optimism in the negotiations was heard about. The negotiations are ongoing, and the chief negotiators, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, said that they are working at a deal. They're hoping to finalize something possibly within the next 48 hours or so. And both sides have said that they're willing to get anything out for a vote as soon as possible, get it out onto the floor for the vote. And they're hopeful, if they could iron out the final details, that they'll be out for a vote prior to Election Day. So we'll just definitely have to keep an eye on that.
That would be great news. Okay.
Yeah.
Mortgage purchases are forecasted to set records in 2021. The Mortgage Bankers Association predicted increased origination volume would grow to 8.5% to a new record of 1.54 trillion in 2021. And also, home prices continue to climb in the third quarter. 77% of metros analyzed posted double-digit home price gains. So things continue to increase, especially in Florida. Paul Singer is moving his headquarters, a $41 billion hedge fund, its office to Florida. In fact, they say Palm Beach is probably the world's hottest market right now. And there have been big purchases there, including $51 million home that was sold, a seven-bedroom waterfront estate. Also, a $19 million billionaire estate was sold, and a $28 million teardown owned by a telecom tycoon. So it's even very hard to find a home in Palm Beach now. And the inventory has decreased by 79%. And there's less than 5-month inventory. In addition, 87 Park had a closing of $37 million. The average home price is now $7 million in Palm Beach, and signed contracts jumped 62% in September. In addition, on Key Biscayne, a Brazilian family sold a home for $13 million. Also locally, Desert Development has gotten the go-ahead key approval for their $1.5 billion renovation for what's going to be Uptown Harbor for millennials. there will be about 2,000 residential homes. There will be office space, harbor, and hotel. So that's exciting news forecasted ahead. And the recovery in September sales, prices, and the speed of homes all have increased. Sales have increased by 17.6%. The average is 29 days, which is up from 12 days from the year before. And the prices have increased 13.2%. Is there anything you would like to add to that?
Yeah, I can take that one. Yeah, we're seeing crazy numbers. Prices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca, and even parts of Tampa increased by double digits in the third quarter. In Miami, luxury home prices surged 42%, with the average sale price hitting $2.8 million. Average home prices in Fort Lauderdale increased 16% and 11% in Boca. So these are all great numbers. Brokers say that while some of the demand is tied to the pandemic, as families flee the big cities for more tropical homes with yards close to the beach, as we've talked about previously, the growth is also tied to longer-term structural changes. The wealthy in the Northeast are growing older and looking to retire in Florida. The pandemic has also led to a wave of younger families moving to Florida as well to escape the New York, but now to stay and put their kids in local schools. So a lot of great news on currently and also on the horizon for the real estate market.
Yes, the strength of Palm Beach reflects the broader demand for homes, especially at the high end in South Florida. Again, for people fleeing taxes, wanting to come here for the weather, fleeing the high density of the Northeast and the Midwest. So those are the good updates. And also, we're going to go into some moving trends. 28% moved this year, actually to avoid catching COVID per survey taken. Another 20% moved to be with their family. 18% moved for financial reasons. Anthony, if you can elaborate on the moving stats and trends.
Yeah, so there's a platform called MyMove, and basically they're a service in which you submit change of address with the United States Postal Service when you're moving. So they had a recent report where, yeah, they've noticed trends in people moving. A total of 15.9 million people moved between February and July of this year. The reasons for moving were obviously varied, but many due to the pandemic. The data confirmed what a lot of real estate agents have been seeing, and that is the exodus from urban areas in recent months. For example, in Manhattan alone, 110,000 moved out from Manhattan, which is a 500% increase compared to the same time period last year in 2019. Similar statistics have been seen for Brooklyn, Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Naples, and it's a substantial outward migration. The other notable fact in that data, though, is that although several smaller cities across the US saw their population increase, no one city in particular saw an overwhelming increase of people. So it means people are basically moving and just spreading out across the country.
They say in New York, they're moving to the Hamptons and Jamaica. In Chicago, they're moving to Evanston and Oak Park. And they say 13% actually are moving to their second or homes or vacation homes.
Right.
So that is the trend that we're seeing, and it remains to be seen whether they will become permanent or this is temporary due to COVID. Okay, the next question goes to John. How are soaring home values reminiscent of the recovery from the recession?
Well, the typical home value rose to $260,000 in September, That's a remarkable growth rate that includes the largest month-over-month increase in 15 years and the largest quarterly growth seen in 7 years, and annual growth at the highest rate in nearly 2 years. So again, some really good numbers. Even the rate of price acceleration is growing more quickly than at any time in the past 6 years. Home values are accelerating more quickly than at any time since 2014, marking a sharp turnaround from a market briefly put on hold during the pandemic. Historic shortages of homes available for sale have boosted home price appreciation now that buyers are waging bidding wars for the few options left. Builders are racing to fill the gap, as we may see more listings next year if nervous sellers become reassured. But this shortage of homes is so deep that any reversal will take several months. As home values rise, so do both list and sale prices due to summer's extreme lack of inventory. Zillow's most recent forecast predicts 7% home price growth in the coming year. So forecasts expect sales will stay firmly above pace throughout 2021. So that's good news.
Very good news. Okay. And the next question goes to Anthony. Choice is good. Why are the new methods of selling homes a win-win, such as FSBO, investors, iBuyer, etc.?
Right. So as new technology arises, we see these new methods. So for sale by owner, that one's been around for forever. But now we're starting to see another shift. For example, iBuying and iBuyers. That's a relatively recent trend, started by Opendoor about 6 years ago, and it's gained more traction within the last 3 years. But all of these alternative methods shouldn't be something that an agent is afraid of or something that's going to take away from them. Instead, it could be leveraged for your use to build your business. These specific, iBuying, for sale by owners, it meets the needs of very specific clients. It's a small portion, and it's always good to have these options in your toolbox to present them to your clients and meet their needs, and with the goal of ultimately turning them into a future prospect, and they'll come back to you for when they do need to sell. So they might not necessarily use you, and they want to try the for sale by owner route or find a quick buyer through an iBuying site. But the more choice you can give your seller, the more you can show that you adapt to new technology. It's just another tool in your toolbox that you could use to build yourself.
So you would recommend giving the iBuyer offer to the client?
Yeah, of course. Show them an offer. It's good to come with something. Show them that you are out there, that there is choice. Choice is always good for consumers. And ultimately, you have that client, and you can show them that you have multiple value that you can give them for that transaction.
Okay, John, how is the pandemic and recession changing the way people rent and buy? What are the shifts and lasting impacts? And are they limited to single family construction?
Right. So as we've talked previously, some buyers are looking to purchase outside of urban areas because of a desire for more space and worries about congestion, but also due to the worry of city governance and taxes. Long commutes are not the downside that they used to be. Research indicates that about 20% of the workforce will be able to spend a majority of their time working at home, and about 10% will be allowed to totally telecommute. This will mean that they can live anywhere with a reliable internet connection. So location is not as important as it used to be. The shift is already becoming apparent with rents declining in high density, low affordability markets like New York and San Francisco. The declining demand for urban rentals is increasing the demand for expansion of home construction in low-density markets. The second quarter index shows the best performing economic region with small metro suburbs. The worst performing was in the large metro urban core counties, which recorded an almost 17% year-over-year decline. The introduction of a vaccine should slow these changes and return some strength to the urban core rental demand, but a possible recession will leave lasting impacts on where Americans can live and work. Single-family housing, townhouses, and garden-style multifamily units will prove to be more resilient during the public health crisis. And also something to know, we mentioned earlier, retirees are usually a population moving to tax-friendly states like Florida. However, the younger group of people are also moving out of the urban areas to lower cost areas since they can now work from home due to the pandemic. So something to consider is also adjusting your market strategies, not just to the retirees, but also to younger people as well.
Okay, thank you. And we're here to help you structure deals to close. We conduct closings in our office, out of state, out of country, online notarization, even curbside or any location as needed. We include basic legal services, contract draft, review, answering any questions, escrow. We do structuring deals such as LLCs, we do for you at cost, and we're here to help you from contract to closing. We have most languages, and we're paperless, wireless, digital, and mobile. We'll go to any location as needed. And yesterday I was watching the Aqua Talks, and they do recommend marketing via your social media during this time, Facebook targeted ads, prospecting, the old-fashioned way, including calling, and also building your referral network during this time through even book clubs, online virtual events, and they stress the importance of knowing your market stats. That's why education is power. And we continue to do the Education Weekly, and we're also here to answer any questions for you, as well as help provide you with some marketing tools. We have the live broadcast simulcast opens, and it's not only the tools, it's getting them in front of the correct audience. So we have digital marketing tools where you can geo-target or geo-fence, create digital flyers or ads to certain zip codes or subdivisions. We have professionals that we work with that do the 3D tours, immersion tours, drone, real estate photography, and we also have tools that you can create your own videos and more. So kindly be in touch with us for all your title, closing, and marketing needs. And we hope to help you with your success. And we hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Anything anyone want to add?
No, that's perfect. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, stay tuned. Thank you.